9B is done. The Roslyn Vikings are your champs, and we're about to get underway for the big 11A contest between undefeated Kimball and undefeated Gettysburg. And my name is Jeff Radcliffe. Travis will be on the field, and joining me now, Tom Culver, head coach of Avon. And you know one of these teams pretty well, but this still should be a pretty good ball game anyways.
Yeah, I think it'll be an exciting game. Kimball's got a lot of speed, a lot of talent, and it sounds, everything I've heard from Gettysburg, they've got an outstanding running back and a great quarterback, so it should be a heck of a game.
Two high-octane offenses. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about the defense? We know they both can score a lot of points.
Well, I know so far nobody scored any points on Kimball in the playoffs, and the thing that impresses me about them defensively is they're so fast. You look like you have a play, you know, you have a big gainer, and all of a sudden it just shuts down. You maybe get a 1 yard, 2 yard gain, and speed kills, and it's tough.
Well, we're going to now send it downstairs to PA announcer Joe Van Gore for the starting lineups.
Football fans, once again, good afternoon and welcome to the Dakota Dome. As the city of Vermilion, the Vermilion Public Schools and the University of South Dakota welcome you to these 2001 South Dakota High School Football Championships. In our 9A final, we have for you this afternoon the Kimball Coyotes against the Gettysburg Battlers. The South Dakota High School Activities Association, along with Burger King, its premier partner, and CoreTrust Bank, its state events partner, wish the best of luck to all teams participating in the state football championships. Much too often, we are exposed to the examples of poor sportsmanship. That's why the South Dakota High School Activities Association has sponsored a statewide effort to promote good sportsmanship in our schools. You can be part of this effort by displaying good sportsmanship during the state football championship game. At this time, we will introduce the starting offensive lineup for the Kimball Coyotes. At defensive end, number 69, Dustin Bogenhagen. At end, number 58, Josh Burnett. At guard, number 55, John Hoying. At guard, number 72, Norton Truman. At center, number 99, Josh Pitzik. At fullback, number 20, Monty Pittner. At tailback, number 28, Grant Truman. At flanker, number 80, Jesse Krupa. And a quarterback for the Coyotes, number 11, Martin Konitsky. The Coyotes are coached by Dale Taylor and assisted by Reed Walter. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the starting defensive lineup for the Gettysburg Battlers. At defensive end, number 88, Justin Yoakum. At defensive end, number 32, Jason Beckler. At defensive tackle, number 44, Tyler Fisher. At defensive tackle, number 36, Nick Devine. At linebacker, number 33, Casey Cronin. At linebacker, number 41, Traver Deagle. At cornerback, number 1, Jason Hine. At cornerback, number 7, Eric Hine. And at safety, number 5, Son Roush. The Battlers are coached by Bill Whitty, assisted by Vern Smith, Keith Scott, and Terry Wieshadel. Both teams come into this championship game at 11-0. Good luck, gentlemen. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Hang on here. Ladies and gentlemen, your officials, as assigned by the South Dakota High School Activities Association, the referee is Lauren Larson. The umpire is Brian Young. The linesman is Ed Fegan. The line judge is Tim Dockendorf. It's a crew from Madison.
Good about doing it.
Okay, good. All right, we are getting set for play in this 11A battle. Gettysburg undefeated at 11-0. Kimball likewise 11-0. Going to battle in just a few minutes. We are set for kickoff. Gettysburg 9A. The 9A game right here. Gettysburg won the toss. They deferred. Gettysburg is going to kick from the north end. Kimball in green will receive from the south end in this 9A final that we've been waiting quite a while for. Jeff Radcliffe alongside Tom Culver, head coach at Avon High School. Travis Fossing down on the field. The music's starting to pump, and still a pretty good venue for some football.
Yeah, it's terrific. It'd be a lot of fun to be out there right now. You know, I mean, new roof on here, and I think the kids are excited. You know, that's the goal that hundreds of football players have at the beginning of the year is to play in here, and these two teams get to, so it's pretty exciting.
Well, talk a little about the status of your program right now. I mean, you get to play teams like
White won the toss.
Yeah, we were 8-2, and you know we lost to Kimball in the region final, and you know they're a heck of a team, and you know we've only got 3 seniors, so we should be pretty good next year. So get some kids in the weight room, we should be have a shot at playing here next year.
Gentlemen,
So
have a great half.
Well, we will anoint you the Kimball resident expert for this ball game right here, and we are getting set to get underway. You see the teams take side. Kimball, head coach by Dale Taylor, head coach Bill Whitty of Gettysburg. Once again, 11-0, both teams. It doesn't get any better than that in any class. Kimball, high-powered offense, as we talked about, Coach. They outscore their opponents 864 to 74, but only giving up 74 points in a season. Goes to show their defense is pretty good, too.
yeah, it's pretty impressive when you can do that, and you know, because there's going to be games where maybe you got a big lead and the kids let up and give some games, you know, give some scores up, but evidently they haven't done that very much and been pretty stingy.
All right, Kimball is set to receive on the return. It's going to be number 28. And number 29, that'll be Jason McGregor and Grant Truman.
Truman's a guy with a lot of speed here. He catches the ball. He could return it pretty easily.
Kick is up. It is fielded and fumbled on the opening play, and the Gettysburg Battlers recover. They are in business. Great field position and a tough mistake right off the bat for the Kimball Coyotes.
Yeah, that hurts. You get excited for that first play. I suppose a little nerves and stuff, and I know they didn't do that stuff 2 weeks ago.
Well, it could be the nerves coming to the Dome here. Of course, Kimball hasn't been to the Dome here in a championship game since 1995 when they lost to Wakanda Gayville Vollen. So it's been a few years since they've been in this kind of pressure. So Gettysburg going to go under center on offense. The quarterback, Eric Hines, 6-foot junior. Here's the snap. And they run it to 21. Brandon Westfall.
That was one of those plays that looked like they had some nice yardage there, and then all of a sudden the speed of Kimball caught up with them. So we'll have to see how Gettysburg handles that this ball game.
Well, as we said, Kimball, a very, very, very tough defense, only allowing 70-some-odd points a game.
Yeah.
So it's 2nd and 8. Ball on the 21-yard line. Eric Hine under center. Drops back, looking long. He is brought down hard by the Coyote defense. My goodness.
Yeah, McGregor came in their defensive end. The quarterback, Hine, never even had a chance to see him. He was on his blind side, so that speed around the outside.
Didn't see it coming at all. Everybody in the stadium knew it was coming, but Eric Hine. So they pick it back up, 3rd and 17. Ball on the 30-yard line. Drops back to pass again, in trouble.
Screen pass.
Throws it into the flat to 32. Jason Beckler, the fullback. Runs for some tough yardage, gets pulled down around the 28-yard line.
That was a nice little move. It looked like they had it set up pretty well. He beat the first guy there, and then, but the pursuit really did a great job there for Kimball. They had about 5 or 6 guys there on a gang tackle there at the end of the play.
So despite the gang, still going to be 3rd and 17. Ball on the 27-yard line with Gettysburg in great field position, a gift, if you will, to open up this Class 9A championship ball game.
Defensively, this will be a big play for Kimball. If they can hold them after that turnover, that'll give them their confidence back.
Hine out of the I formation, looking long, and that one is going to be, it is caught.
Beautiful catch.
Caught by number 1, and Jason Hine, he is the brother, and is also a pretty good weapon of Gettysburg.
Yeah, he was well covered. Konechny was right on him, and the ball just perfectly thrown.
So 1st and goal for Gettysburg, picking up a long 3rd and 17. They convert, and Kimball's got their backs up against the end zone. Hine under center, Jack set, pitching it out to 24. Weishuttle with the touchdown, 6-0. Gettysburg Battlers in the lead.
That was a nice play for Gettysburg. They pulled their guard out there, and they blocked down with the wingback, and they had a couple lead blockers and did a great job. I think they're a little fired up after that big 4th down play. That was a great catch.
Well, nothing like getting on the board early in the state championship game, and they're going to go for 2 here. Same formation in the eye, toss sweep to Weishuttle. This time looks like he's brought down just short. So it stays 6-0. Opening minutes, 1st quarter of this 9A championship game between Gettysburg and Kimball. The Battlers in the lead. Take a look at the road to the dome for the Gettysburg Battlers, coach. They're 11-0 under the direction of Bill Whitty. Their 3rd championship appearance. Back in 1982, they lost to Frederick 34-15 and reappeared again in 2000. Lost to Stickney Mount Vernon, a pretty good team, if you can remember, 41-28. This season, they've outscored their opponents 534 to 136 and have scored 40 points 9 times this year. And a pretty good trip to the playoffs, beating a tough Shelby squad 56-20. Then in the quarterfinals, edging Sully Buttes by just 2 points and beating Warner to get here to the Dome 48-8.
Well, that's with Gettysburg. Football is a big thing there, the way it sounds. Football and wrestling. So, those 2 programs usually go together pretty well.
So Kimball is going to try this kick return thing again. Kimball on the returns. Looks like it's going to be Truman and McGregor. Deep back on their own 11-yard line. Six-0 opening minutes. Gettysburg in the lead. Kick is set. It is up. Going to field by Truman. Breaks to the low side. And look out. Nearly brought down. Sheds a tackle, and he's down to the 22-yard line, and the fans from Gettysburg are fired up. Check out the road to the Dome for the Kimball Coyotes. Dale Taylor, the coach, leading the team to another 11-0 season. Their 2nd championship appearance, as we mentioned, they lost to Wakanda Gayville Ballin in 1995. This season, allowing just 74 points, scoring 864. Pitching 6 shutouts in the process. Pretty good defensive play. 3 of those shutouts all coming in the playoffs against Geddes, Dakota Christian, Avon, and Artesian Letcher to get here to the Dome. First down play is a run right up the middle, and this nearly busted. Grant Truman dragged down at the 30-yard line. Big run, pickup of about 50.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few of their tapes, and then when we played them, it seems like every game they start going right up the middle, and they usually have a big play. I think of 4 of the 5 games I've seen, they've had either a touchdown or a huge gain on the first play of the game. So
big hole, and they have the horses to exploit those type of holes. So it's going to set up a first down on the 28-yard line of the Battlers. Under center, Martin Konechny, junior quarterback. I formation, hands off straight up the gut. Monty Picker, the fullback, picks up maybe 1, maybe 2.
Yeah, just a straight dive play there, and Kimball likes to run a little option, so they're probably looking to kind of see what what Gettysburg is going to do off that dive, and then they'll come back. Either Konechny will keep it or pitch it to Truman. So
Konechny, a very effective option quarterback, coach.
Yeah.
He's got 4 touchdowns through the on the ground, 16 through the air.
Yeah, he's a good athlete. Got a good arm, better arm than what I thought he had.
3 backs in the backfield. Here's Truman, stuffed at the 28-yard line.
They run a little wishbone play, a little power at him, and seeing what they get. But Gettysburg, got to give them credit. They're doing a great job. They've got some quickness up front, and they're coming at Kimball.
Kimball trying to answer the early touchdown by the Gettysburg Battler offense, helped by a very timely turnover. Interesting set in the backfield. Is that a wing?
Kind of a power I set here.
And Konechny, you mentioned the option, coach. He scores the touchdown. Kimball Coyotes, this game is tied.
Yeah, this is going to be a heck of a game. You know, they set up that fullback dive looking for Konechny, and usually when they get into it's a big play like that, it was about a 3rd and 5 or so, they run to their left behind Bogenhagen, their big tight end, and he's a heck of a blocking tight end over there.
So Konechny gets the Kimball Coyotes on the board, tied at 6. Looking to go ahead here with the 2-point conversion. Konechny under center. This time on the keeper, flips it out. So Truman fumbles it. Conversion is no good, so we are tied 6-6. Well, let's take a break. We'll be back to the Dome right after this. You're watching Kelloland TV's coverage of the State Football Championship.
Stationed in Germany, U.S. Army Captain Rob Murd plans tactical strategies to support America's troops. Veterinarian Roberta Iverson has dedicated her life to the care and healing of man's best friend. Darvin Harrell uses the latest technology and techniques to uncover evidence in the Mile High City. What do these people have in common? They're all graduates of South Dakota State University. You can go anywhere from here.
Then I had to taste the new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger at Burger King. Now I'm a believer. With grilled sourdough bread. A quarter pound of flame-broiled beef. I'm in love. 2 slices of melted Swiss cheese. 4 strips of bacon. The new grilled sourdough bacon cheeseburger will make you a believer. Now for a limited time at Burger King. Shrek, the biggest movie of the year. Now available wherever videos are sold.
We are back inside the revamped Dakota Dome. Tie ball game, 6-6 in the first quarter. Kimball getting on the board thanks to a Konechny run. 6-6, just 8:15 to play in the opening quarter, Coach.
Yeah, if this is any indication of the game, we could be in for a track meet here. You know, we're not even 4 minutes into it. Both teams have scored here, so it's going to be an exciting one.
Well, in the 9B game, Roslyn rattled off 50 points before Lake Preston could answer. Don't have that case here in the 9A final.
No, it should be these are 2 very good teams, very well coached, so it should be a war, I would think.
Taking off for Kimball, it's Josh Pitzik. Hits it long.
Nice fit down to the 5.
And picking it up, it's Weschettel. And he's going to be dragged down short of the 20, marking out about the 16-yard line. So that's where they'll start, 1st and 10.
Was one of the things that we saw a couple weeks ago on the kickoff is number 69 making a tackle, and he, you know, he's 6'4", 240. He leveled a few of our guys, so I'm glad to see we're not the only team he does that against.
They've done it to many teams this season in their 11-0 streak. Eric Hine under center, 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line, directing the Gettysburg offense. Runs straight up the middle, gets about 3 yards. And that's Ryder Weschettel. He's I guess the definition of a stud, Coach. 1,700 rushing yards. Well, 17,000 would be quite a lot.
Yeah.
31 touchdowns on the ground from one running back in a season. That's got to be close to a state record. Averages 9.12 yards, 9.12 yards a carry. That's going to be productive in any
Yeah.
offense you're in.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive if you have that. And then I think he's their leading receiver on top of it. So
2nd and 7 from the 20. Hine back to pass. Chased. And launches it downfield. He's got a man. And it's picked off.
yeah,
Kimball Coyotes
That's a heck-
defense coming up big. That'd be Jesse Kropa, the 5'9" senior. What happened there?
Well,
Was it a breakdown in
well, it looked like he had the guy open. Then he kind of recovered on it, and the ball was in the receiver's hands. It just popped up and popped right into Kropa's hands.
So Kimball, a beneficiary of a turnover, and they'll take over, trying to go ahead in this 6-6 tie. Excellent athletic play by
Yeah.
Kropa.
Takes a lot of concentration to make a play like that.
Konechny directing it from the eye, gives straight up the gut to Grant Truman. He picks up a bunch.
That was one of their favorite plays. They like to run a little fullback trap. Number 55, when they pull and run traps, they'll run it with him quite a bit. And that's what they did that time. That Hoynes, he's a quick, he's the smallest of their linemen, but he hits hard and he's pretty quick. So there's an easy 9 yards right off the bat.
Coach Taylor, a very fine rushing offense he's put together here at Kimball. I formation. Konechny the pitch. To Truman. Has nowhere to go that time. Brought down by a host of Gettysburg defenders led by Traver Daigle.
Yeah, there was a lot of pursuit on that. He did it. That was a 3-4 yard gain, and that was mostly on his own because he broke a couple tackles and slipped through some under a couple and made the first down. So
a first down anyway. Ball on the Gettysburg 39-yard line. Konechny under center.
that trap again.
They like that trap play. Picks up about 2.
Second down, gentlemen.
They're you see Gettysburg's linebackers. They're in a 4-2. They're really coming in tight. They're about 1.5 yards, 2 yards off the ball when they're snapping. So they're going to take that away. If Kimball can get a little play action pass and stuff, they may have somebody wide open, and it's coming up here.
So 2nd and 7, a good time to pass to maybe the flanker Kropa or Josh Burnett at the end.
Yeah, they especially if you look at now, they're uptight. Both their linebackers are backing off a little bit, but I mean,
Here's Konechny looking long. That nearly intercepted. A little long for the intended receiver, Dustin Bogenhagen.
yeah, he's a big target. Surprisingly, they haven't had to do that too much this year, but their running offense has been so good. But looked like Bogenhagen kind of stumbled a little bit before the ball got there, and
Well, Bogenhagen, all 240 pounds of him, still got downfield pretty good for a big guy, 6'4", 240, the senior. So 3rd and 8 for the Coyotes in the all-green uniforms. Konechny.
there's a counter play.
And that counter is going for a lot. Jason McGregor. McGregor is pulled down at the 5-yard line. Big pickup for Kimball, and their offense is looking unstoppable early on.
Yeah, Gettysburg does a good job of getting them in a long yardage, 3rd and 8, but they went again. One of their favorite linemen, the 55 Hoyne, came out and made a nice trap block on the end, and gave him a good hold. And then the back broke the tackle there. So it was a great job.
It's just almost unfair to see how many weapons they have, and Pickner and Truman and McGregor and Kropa and Konechny under center.
Yeah,
Straight
the
up the
speed
middle.
they have.
Touchdown. Credit that one to Grant Truman.
Yeah, that was an option play where he gave it to the fullback instead of keeping it. And Pickner got in the end zone.
Touchdown going to Pickner, the fullback, 5'9" senior. We have a 6-point ball game, 12-6. Coyotes taking the lead, looking to extend that to 14 points. Need to convert on the 2. They missed on the early try after the first touchdown. Three backs in the backfield. Konechny under center.
The option play.
Option and
They did on the
nobody
fake.
there. Yep. 2-point conversion is good. It's 14-6. Coyotes take the lead. Konechny didn't really have much to worry about. It pretty much sort of an open green.
Well, what makes a difference on that option is if you've got a good fullback, and if the linebackers have to respect that fullback, and, you know, like on the play before on the touchdown, he scored on a 5-yard run off that same play to the right. Now they come back the other way, and they bite on the option fake. He pulls it, and, you know, I mean, there's nobody there. You know, even if one person would have stayed home to come out there, he still got the pitch man, too. Right? So there's, you know, it's very well executed.
You would think that the defenses here, by the time we get to the later quarters, Coach, are going to be pretty worn out after having just have the will being broken of runs down the middle, runs to the outside.
Well, especially in here, you know, even though it's been nice around South Dakota here lately, but you could see in that first game, the kids were a little tired. You know, it's a whole different atmosphere playing in here, and it's a little warmer than what they've been used to here lately. So.
All right, so it's 14-6, 5:15 to go in quarter number 1 of this 9A championship final. Battle of unbeatens, and both looking pretty impressive, at least on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, they've been, you know, and Gettysburg probably would have had a nice drive going, but the ball went through the receiver's hands, and Kimball kid made a heck of a play to intercept it. So
Weishuttle fields it on his own 6, makes a nice cut, and pays the price about the 25-yard line. We have a flag thrown in late.
most of the time those go against the receiving team.
It's going to be an illegal block.
It didn't look like there was any face mask or anything like that. So,
yeah, that's exactly what it was. So we're 0 for 1 on calling the penalties today. So that's going to help out the Gettysburg offense, give them even better field position. You know what? They don't need much help. Well, if football's not your thing, maybe the state oral interp is. The contest going on November 30th and December 1st in Sioux Falls. If you'd like more information, call the Activities Association at 605-224-9261. Getting back to action. Hine under center. Play nearly busted at in the backfield.
Looked like they were trying to fool Kimball because the fullback kind of stayed there. I wondered if he forgot what the count was, but then it looked like it was a design play where they're trying to get the pursuit going one way, and then all of a sudden the fullback comes back the other way. So
Beckler doing a nice job just getting back to the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a 2nd and 10 for the Gettysburg Battlers. Hine in the I formation. Give this time Mr. Weishuttle, and he is pulled down by big number 69, Dustin Bogenhagen.
He's, you know, for a kid his size, I guess, you know, Dale said when we played him that he's been playing unbelievably the last 3-4 ball games, and, you know, he's the right defensive tackle, so he beat his guy and pursued a pretty darn good running back from the backside.
And he's got some speed, too, chasing that play down.
Yeah.
So it's 3rd and 12, ball on the 28. Hine back to pass and in serious trouble. Launches a prayer, and that works. Jason Beckler getting it up to the 35-yard line. Still going to be 5 yards, maybe 4 short of a first down.
You see who read that play. Here in the play before, Bogenhagen pursues from behind, makes a play on Weishuttle. Now he comes back with the screen. He pursues all the way back across the field and makes the tackle. So he's an athlete.
So is that a 3rd read, 4th read?
Well, I'd say it looked like what they did a lot of times on passing downs. They'd do kind of zone blitz, and they'd have him kind of sit back and read screen and stuff like that.
Travers Dye go back to punt. Nearly had it blocked by a Gettysburg rusher, and they'll down it. Jason Hine downs it at the 43-yard line. 14-6 our score. Coyotes in control and getting the ball back. 3:15 to play in the first quarter.
Hey, this is a big series for Gettysburg. If they can hold them here, you know, confidence-wise, that'll help them quite a bit here. And you know, if Kimball goes in to score, it might be kind of tough to respond from a situation like that.
So Konechny, 1st and 10 from the 42. Good pickup right there.
Just a run, little dive off that option. Picks up about 6, so
Pickner picks up 6, brings up a 2nd and 4. Nice weaving in and out.
yeah.
Both of these teams, just so many weapons, especially in the backfield.
Yeah, and Pickner's not your typical fullback, you know, what you'd think of an option fullback. He's fast, he's pretty tough. He's not your big bruising kid, but, you know, because he's probably just as fast as their quarterback and tailback.
1st and 10 from the 43. This is Truman, and he's met by a host of Gettysburg defenders. Brought back down, probably give him forward progress to about the 48-yard line of Gettysburg.
It was a nice play by the inside linebacker from Gettysburg. He came up and fought off that they down blocked with the end, and he fought that off and came and made a great play.
.209 to play in the opening quarter. Second. Bringing up a second down play for Kimball, and they're going to call a timeout.
Like a little mix-up in the play call, so want to make sure in this situation.
All right, well, if you like the state football tournament here on KELOLAND Television, you'll love the girls basketball tournament. The AA going to be live on KELOLAND Television November 15th, 16th, and 17th. Tune into the first round action, see if the Roosevelt Rough Riders can extend their record-setting winning streak, claim their 5th straight Class AA championship. All the action right here on KELOLAND Television and KELOLAND.com if you'd like to tune in to the website and view that way. We know we have a lot of viewers who like to do that. Just the technology is changing so much, and you can do the same just with the football here today, too.
Yeah, it's kind of nice, you know, check out if you don't get to see the news. You know, I'll pull it up on my computer in my office all the time, so it's kind of nice.
Second championship appearance for the Kimball Coyotes. Still looking for their first ever state title. They lost that game in 1995 to Wakanda Gayville Vollen.
Yeah, I remember that game very well. I was assistant coach of Wakanda Gayville Vollen at that time.
So you would remember that very well. Okay.
That was a heck of a game.
So in a way, you can say even though you're the coach of Avon now, that you have taken down this Kimball team.
Yeah, they were a good team. They came out and scored first, and you know we came up, played big in the second quarter on them.
3rd and 1.
That offset high. Nice.
Give theirs to Truman.
It'll be close.
It's going to be very, very close. They may have to measure here.
Yeah.
Tackle made by 33 Cronin of Gettysburg.
Take a look at the replay. Truman. Nice.
Yeah, the first defensive tackle made penetration, slowed Truman up a little bit, and then
Gang tackled and slammed down to the ground. The chain gang comes out, doing a very important job, and
first down.
Doesn't get closer than that.
Yeah.
First down for the Kimball offense. Boy, a score here would really hurt Gettysburg's, not to say their chances, but kind of hurt their ego and their drive at this point.
Yeah, because they were pretty sky high there, and they, after that turnover, scored that first possession they had, but since then it's been all Kimball. So, if Gettysburg can get a stop here, it's still anybody's game.
Here come the Coyotes. 1st and 10 on the 47. Konechny under center. 3 in the backfield. That's a give to Pickner. Picks up some good yards, close to another first down.
He's a hard runner.
In case you're just tuning in, minute 20 to play. It's Kimball up 14-6 over Gettysburg in this State A final. And we got a good one here. 2nd and 1. You just try to get the first down here, or do you go for a big play?
Well, this might be a chance where you could maybe a little play action pass. It looks like
Konechny on the option. He's got green.
You got a flag though.
He was pulled down at the 15, and
I think he's calling
Looks like maybe a hold's going to
Little
bring this
hold
one
on
back.
their center, yeah.
Nice play regardless.
Yeah.
You cannot have that help.
Hold.
Yeah, and the thing is, where the hold occurred probably didn't affect the play because it was on the away from the play, you know, and sometimes the kids have to realize that if it's not going to have an effect, why do it?
Oh, what makes it tougher for Coach Dale Taylor there is that, you know, that was a 2nd and 1 play, and now
Yeah.
it's going to be 3rd and a little bit longer.
Yeah, it'll
10-yard
be
holding penalty.
3rd and 11
69
now.
green. Still 2nd down.
Or second, or we
Yeah.
played it down, 2nd and 11.
yeah, those holding penalties can be drive killers, that's for sure.
So the same look, Konechny and the Kimball offense. They're going to keep running. You go with what works. And how about Pickner? Steady diet of up the middle.
Yeah, they run him on that option play. If we see it, what they did is they took Bogenhagen, their left end, and they block him down on that inside linebacker, and that's just almost unfair when you got a 6'4", 240 tight end blocking down on, you know, 180, 90-pound linebacker.
The pickup of 11 gives them the first down. Coyotes offense moving the ball once again despite making some holding mistakes and the little things. So when you have here's the option pitch for Konechny. He may take it himself, and he may take it the distance. He will score. Dives to the pylon and gets in. Touchdown, Kimball Coyotes.
Well, if you see on that play, it's just very evident with the option. If you can set up the dive, and Pickner's been running the ball well, he's been getting big yards up the middle. They have to respect that, and Gettysburg's defensive end and their linebackers all bid on the dive fake, and Konechny runs, you know, isn't touched till he gets down to the goal line.
And on the flip side, say the next drive, they try to stop the option, and then you open up the middle.
Yeah.
Pretty easy how it works. You think coaching would be an easier profession.
Yeah, the one thing it takes is good athletes to do it, you know.
So Konechny and the Coyotes looking to extend this lead by 2 more points, and flags are thrown. 20-6, closing seconds of the opening quarter. 9A state final between Kimball and Gettysburg. Just outruns the defenders. You see Eric Hine trying to catch up to him. Gets him just a couple yards too late.
Yeah. Well, you can tell how much speed Konechny has, because Hine is pretty darn fast, and he just barely caught him.
Green. Ball's ready for play.
So they'll try this again. They move it 5 yards back. Konechny directing one fine Kimball offense. Has to go a little bit longer this time to convert the 2. Option again. Actually just rolls out on the boot, throws, and nearly caught by Josh Burnett. Can't come up with it, so it's going to remain 20-6. 12 seconds to go in the first quarter.
That was a nice little play. They've been running leads and everything, and then they little play action, run a bootleg away, and just off the hands of the tight end.
So Kimball looking mighty fine on offense, looking mighty fine on defense. Gettysburg trying to regain that form that they had early in the corner. Probably a good time to do something here. You don't want to go down anymore and go 3 and out and give Kimball another chance to extend this lead. We don't want to see a blowout like maybe the first game.
No, and one of the things that throughout the season, and I think Kimball's done a great job of working on it, but you know, kind of the word on them is they've been susceptible to the pass, and if you know, Hine is as good a quarterback as everybody says, you know, they might have to open it up a little bit and use him, give him a run-pass option and see what they can do, because, you know, running the ball, they're not having a whole lot of success right now.
Well, especially, you know, as the game goes on, they're going to be forced to pass, and that's definitely not a situation you want to be in, where the defense is just pinning their ears back and coming right at you. So you might as well mix it up while you can and see if you can be successful.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So Pitzik going to kick off. Gettysburg needing to do something with this drive, see if they can set up some good field position on the return. Back to return. Truman and McGregor, number 28 and number 29.
Very nice hit.
Actually, it's Weishuttle. So Weishuttle the return. Gets it to about the 25-yard line. Six seconds to go. So we're going to change sides here and just 6 ticks of the clock. Get one more play in. Gettysburg now on offense. See what Hine can do with 6 seconds. Hine, toss pitch to Weishuttle. Nearly busted outside, picks up about 4. And that will end the quarter. 20-6 Coyotes, looking really good in this State A football final. We'll be right back right after this.
Leading the way. For Dakota Care, it just comes naturally. We've kept ahead since 1986 when we first got our ducks in a row, lining up nearly all the state's medical providers to control costs and keep families healthy. Today, over 1,300 companies look to Dakota Care for their care. Holding the line, leading the way. Dakota Care, South Dakota's own.
I'm Gary Kingsbury from Winter, South Dakota. My wife Sally and I farm approximately 2,500 acres here. We raise Roundup Ready corn and Roundup Ready soybeans. One of the reasons we're raising the Roundup Ready corn is cost effectiveness, clean fields, and terrific yields. And I would recommend Roundup Ready corn to any of my neighbors. It's good for us.
Check us out at farmsource.com.
We welcome you back inside the USD Dakota Dome on the campus of University of South Dakota in Vermillion. About to start the second quarter of the 9A championship. Kimball on top, 20-6. Still waiting for the Battlers to take the field here to open up this first quarter, or second quarter. Some happy Kimball Coyote fans, young and old.
Yeah, pretty excited.
Off to a good start. So 2nd and 6. Ball on the 29-yard line. There's the pitch to Weishuttle. Tries to set a tackler and pays a price. Maybe a little late, but he was still trying to gain extra yardage there. Weishuttle brought down.
I've been impressed since I've seen Kimball play earlier. Their pursuit is, they're just tenacious. They got guys going to the ball constantly, and that was their defensive tackle from the backside that made that tackle there.
It's cliche, but speed kills.
Yes, yes it does.
There's a counter of some sort going to Roush, and Roush doesn't pick up much either. Maybe 3.
No, they did a good job of the defensive back on this side. Did a good job of staying home and reading for counter and stuff. So, that's the key to that. Everybody pursues hard. You got to be aggressive, but you still got to. Those guys on the backside still got to stay home, or else that'd have been a big play.
So 4th and 5 from the 30. Gettysburg on to punt here, as probably they should. Official timeout on the field.
Looks like we got a little blood on Pickner.
Turf blood, would you say? The scraping on the turf?
Yeah, they say.
Players not used to playing on that?
Say it's pretty hard on the old elbows. You see those guys on college and pros wearing those little patches on their...
Daigle back to punt, gets it up, kind of muffs it, and it's recovered by the Coyotes. Martin Konechny with the recovery, and they are in business again.
Looked like 55 Hoyne might have blocked it, or maybe I can't tell if he blocked it or pushed the blocker back into the punter. So
blocker or muff, still playing ugly, yeah?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Opening minutes, second quarter. Kimball leading 20-6 and about to embark on perhaps another touchdown drive. Gettysburg needs to come up with a big defensive play here. Good time for maybe a pick or a fumble recovery.
Yeah, they need something right now.
Martin Konechny, the junior quarterback, gives it to Jason McGregor, and he's off to the races. Dragged down at the 15-yard line.
Just that dive play off the option again, and the end blocked down. If they show the replay here, you'll see the end blocked down on the linebacker. And there's a huge hole there, and
good effort by Jason Beckler to track him down from behind.
Yeah, he was trying to strip the ball, knock it out. You know, I always tell the kids the first one there, wrap up, the second one, start knocking the ball loose, and they were trying that, but credit McGregor for hanging on.
Coyotes in business. Konechny, the snap goes straight up the gut to the outside. Touchdown, Kimball. That one going to Jason McGregor.
Yep. Same play, other side that time.
15-yard touchdown run, and it's safe to say, Coach, that Kimball is in control. It's 26-6 with a conversion pending. Look at the replay.
The inside linebacker on that side just got crushed. Bogenhagen blocked down on him, and he was on his rear end.